What's up everyone and welcome to another vlog. This one's going to be a little bit different because I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk to you guys about how to survive a theme park visit with a large family. You're going to have to take several things into account. How big is your family? If you say you go with a normal size family, which is 2 adults and 3 children, you know, it's going to be a little bit easier to get by than say you go with 8 children. But hopefully these tips can help you, you know, level out the playing field, if so to speak. I'm going to start off with tip number 1. Tip number 1, this is assuming that you have your tickets and everything. Depending on what you do, if you go with an annual pass, they usually give you discounts on stuff. Disney gives you 20% discounts on merchandise and 10% discounts on food, which helps out a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit. I have, let's talk about the easiest one for me, which is Busch Gardens, you know, SeaWorld Entertainment Park. I have a small family, but I've always thought if I had like another child or, you know, a big group, this is what I would do. Buy the meal plan. I know that Disney don't have dining deals unless you do a vacation. SeaWorld Entertainment, they offer meal deals. Some of the tickets that you could buy actually have the meal deals. So get the meal deals. If you could afford it, get a meal deal for everyone. But if you can't, buy a meal deal for yourself and buy a meal deal, like if you have, say you have 2 children, buy one for 1 kid. And then the children can share and you and your husband can share. Or if you could afford, if you have 8 kids, buy a meal deal for yourself and your husband, share your food with 2 of those kids, and then, you know, the other kids could buy a meal deal for like a child meal deal, depending on how old they are. Buy a child meal deal for the youngest or something, or another adult meal deal for one of your kids, and then you could differentiate all that, like buy 3 meal deals and then you can differentiate all that. If push come to shove, buy 1 meal deal, because with Busch Gardens and SeaWorld and Aquatica, you know, SeaWorld theme parks, with all those parks, the meal deal gives you the option to buy 1, get 1 free on different items like snacks and sodas and stuff like that. So you buy a meal deal and you'll get, you know, free snacks and sodas. Is buy 1, get 1 free snacks and sodas. So that means that you can buy like a bucket of popcorn, which they sell like for $10, and get another bucket of popcorn for free. So, plus the popcorn is refillable. The bucket that you get, if you get the souvenir bucket, is refillable. You can go ahead and refill that for $2. So you could use that actual deal. And 1 bucket is enough for a small child. Like 2 small children to eat out of. Like your whole family could eat out of it, possibly. Disney World allows you to take food into the park, like you're going on like a park picnic. So what I would suggest is you get like one of those backpacks that have the coolers built in or something like that, or something where you could put food in the backpack and you take the food into the parks with you. We have a 16 by 22 cooler that we have with wheels. You're not allowed to have it in the park, but we take it in there anyways. And we put all our food stuff in that. We also have a backpack that we use in little lunch boxes like this that we could put food in, we take to the parks. If you don't do that, then you're going to be paying a lot of money. But a lot of the stuff that you buy from Disney World, a lot of their foods and a lot of their products, like the food products and stuff, they actually give you a lot. Like for me and my girlfriend were just there for a VIP pass holder event, and it was for Magic Kingdom, and we bought this waffle, this chicken waffle. We had to cut it in half, and we split it in half and we shared it with each other. And it filled both of us up, and it had chips on the side, homemade chips that they gave us a lot of, and it filled both of us up. We also had an ice cream sundae that we split, and you know, it split evenly between us. So you can plan for that. Like say you want to buy like a hot dog. I don't know if they have the foot-long hot dogs anymore. From the videos that I've been watching, they don't. But you could buy a hot dog and split it up with all your kids and stuff. You know, you just have to be creative. You have to think of creative ways to feed your family at these theme parks. I have never been to Universal, so I don't know if all this will work for Universal. I'm guessing it would, because the theme parks like to be extravagant, and they give you a lot of food. So whatever you buy it for 15 bucks, you're buying a lot of food. Our favorite place to eat at Magic Kingdom right now is a Starlight Cafe, because they have this $15 nug. It was like 18 bucks for 2 sodas, chicken nugget and fries, and the chicken nuggets and fries would fill us up. That would be my tip for surviving a theme park park. Busch Gardens don't let you bring in food. You know, like I said before, the buy one get one free deal with the meal deal. Whenever you buy the meal deal, you get buy one get one free on snacks and stuff like that. So your best bet is to use that. If you buy a popcorn bucket in Disney World, in Magic Kingdom and Disney World, you can take it back in and refill it, because they won't ask to see a receipt that state the date that you bought it. You just hand it to them and refill it. They'll say anything, and you'll get $2 to refill that souvenir bucket that you bought. We have the souvenir bucket. It's over there on the ground, but I'm not going to pick it up. So tip number, I don't know what tip that is, but another tip is bring sunscreen, especially to Magic Kingdom. There is no shade whatsoever. I was watching a video of it back in like 1990 or 99 or something like that. It was pretty far back. It was like 1980, 90 on the crisp of 91, and there was benches and shade where you could sit. It was beautiful. But nowadays you cannot sit anywhere. There is no seating arrangement. There's no benches that you could sit on. There's like maybe one or two somewhere, but they are scarce and hard to find. So bring sunscreen. And I suggest that you wear really comfortable shoes. If you have a lot of kids, especially if you have like little ones, like even if they're 5 or 6, you might want to bring a stroller, because that is a lot of walking. So bring a stroller if you can, if it's not too much of a burden. You know, sometimes I know that is a burden, but bringing a stroller would be really helpful. You could also put your items that you bought at the bottom. The one thing that I do want to mention, another good tip, and this is by far the best tip that I've ever thought about, because I'm thinking about it right now. When you buy something, ask to see if they could send it to the front of the park. That way, if you don't have anything that you could carry it with, then they'll send it to the front of the park while you enjoy the rest of your day. They'll give you a slip. I know, but I haven't tried this at Disney. I think they offer it. They'll send stuff to the Emporium at Magic Kingdom. Busch Gardens will send it to the guest services in the front of the park. So if you buy something big and bulky and you don't want to carry it around, just tell them that. They'll give you a yellow piece of paper that says the item order and stuff like that. And then in about an hour's time, they'll send it from that kiosk that you bought it to the front of the store with the paper. Then you just show them the paper. If you have any elderly folks with you, remember to rent chair, one of those ECV units, and try not to run people over, please. There has been so many near misses with me at Disney. And the tips I just shared with you are just some of the basic tips that I use whenever I plan a trip. I want to give you a tip for planning to go to these theme parks. A lot of people will go to theme parks for the roller coasters. My tip for you for a roller coaster, because I wasn't really a roller coaster enthusiast. I've never really rode a real roller coaster until the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Disney, and I was 34 years old. So yeah, I'm kind of late to the game. In my experience, a good tip would be, whenever you first arrive at the parks, try to maneuver your way to the back of the park. If you get there at like rope drop or whatever they first open, everybody is going to be heading toward like the closest roller coasters. But if you really want to catch a roller coaster and you really want to do it fast, like say you want to catch Space Mountain, go directly to Space Mountain after rope drop in Magic Kingdom. Just walk there. Okay, and whatever you get on, it'll be as fast as you can get there, because the lines, they get hell. It becomes hell trying to get on those rides. Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, I suggest you go to the ones that are furthest in the back and then work your way forward, coming to the front of the park, because people will stop and try to get on like the ones closest to the entrance. But if you go to the ones furthest to the back and then work your way up, you might have a better chance. I'm not certain of this because I've never tried out doing this. So let me know how it works out in the comments below. Let me know if it works. That being said, those are some of the tips that I have. Another tip, and this is a really good one, bring baby wipes. It gets super hot and you are super sweaty. So what you want to do to cool down is, if you're in Busch Gardens, head to a restaurant. If you have the meal deal plan, get your meal, take baby wipes with you and just rub them on your skin. you know, it'll soften your skin, and they're cold and they're wet, and they'll kind of cool you off in the summer, you know, whatever you're there in the summers and everything. You take it, you know, you rub it on your bodies, and yeah, you feel better. You feel way better. And here's a tip, and that's what I just thought about. Splash Mountain, and you know, the water rides that you go on. If you're not going to like a water park, if you're going to like Busch Gardens or Magic Kingdom or, you know, Animal Kingdom and stuff, if they have a ride that gets you wet, that splashes you full of water, bring another set of shoes. This is like by far the best tip ever. Bring another set of shoes, because and another set of socks. Like, I have slippers that I'm gonna bring, that way I can do Splash Mountain. And, you know, the slippers I don't have to wear socks with, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tennis shoes and my socks off and put my slippers on. And then we're going to go on the ride, get wet, take and dry off my feet, because you obviously have to bring a towel. That's just duh. Take and dry off my feet and put my regular sneakers on with my socks. And then I might be walking around in wet t-shirt and shorts, but I won't be walking around in wet shoes and socks. And I won't have that feeling of pain whenever you walk around in that stuff, because it is horrible. It's horrible and discomfort. It's just like not comfortable. It's discomforting, and you know, your feet are already going to hurt after the long day of being at a theme park, and you don't want to make it worse. So please, bring an extra pair of shoes. So you can use the extra pair of shoes either to ride on the ride or have them at the ready, so you can change into them after the ride, after the fact. That is pretty much all the tips that I could think of right now off the top of my head. I didn't list this down. This isn't a pre-planned video. Well, it's kind of pre-planned, kind of not. But it took me a few days to actually get these answers in my head and to what to share them. But this is for you, Mishanda Preston, Ernest's beautiful wife. By the way, how you doing, brother? I love you, man. Always friends forever, dude. Friends forever. You know, contact me, hit me up sometime. We could chit chat and everything. Our families commune and stuff. If you go to like Disney World or something, and you know, we can plan to like go to Disney World. You could be on one of my vlogs or something, man. I would love to see you again and to hang out with you and just learn how your life's been progressing and tell you how my life's been progressing. So yeah, man, it'll be great to get to meet your family and everything. I'm very proud of you, brother. I am. You keep it up. But anyways, that being said, these are some of the tips that I have for you guys with larger families and, you know, everything like that. The BO plans, always look to see if they have one. See what your best options are. I know the ones at Busch Gardens give the buy one get one free. Buy that souvenir bucket, that $12 souvenir bucket. Buy it, because it is going to be the best purchase ever. We could take, because if you keep it in good working condition and looking like you just bought it, we could take our bucket into Disneyland or Magic Kingdom or into the other parks, and we could get the popcorn refilled for $2. Nobody will. The Disney, they say that they're not supposed to do that, but they're not going to openly ask you, oh, give me your receipt. You know, they're just going to do it because they want you to have a magical day. And if they do, then, you know, if something like that happens, then, you know, you can be like, oh, well, I bought this yesterday, you know, you just forgot or something, you know, because we honestly didn't know that until after we got the popcorn filled. And I was reading the little sign that it said that on date of purchase, and I was like, well, crap. But hopefully this video don't get too popular. And Disney don't come after me. You did this, you did that. But we always have a good time at Disney. We really do. Galaxy's Edge is opening up, so that's going to be fun. I want to make a hand-built lightsaber. What are the Savi's Workshop lightsabers? That's like my thing that I want to do. I don't really, Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance, I don't really, yeah, you can keep all that. Just give me a lightsaber. Because I heard a lot of good things about Yoda talking about, you know, how you're part of the Force. Yes! You are part of the Force now, yes! I cannot train him. You know, well, some of those things, but anyways, I'm just super excited about that. So I hope these tips help you, and if you like this video, please comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon to get me some more people to watch my videos. I'm at 82 subscribers, anything, 81, I don't know. I try to keep track of it, but you know, I try not to keep track of it at the same time because that stuff could really drive you crazy. Anyways, as I was saying, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in one of the theme parks that I go to every now and then. Right now we're hitting some financially hard times, but you know, life does that to you. Life is chaotic. It'll throw you curveballs. You just have to flow with it and adapt to it. So I hope I see you on the next one. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like this, and I hope you share it, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. You guys are the best. Thank you. Peace.